For decades, we kind of thought we had the guest list for life on Earth all figured out. We had cells, we had bacteria, viruses, the usual suspects. But what if there's a name we've been missing, something that's been hiding in plain sight in a place we were literally trained to ignore?
It's a massive question, right? And the answer, it seems, is yes. We have. Just recently in 2024, scientists at Stanford University stumbled upon a brand new biological entity, something that really challenges our whole understanding of the microscopic world. And the most incredible part?
They found it in the last place anyone would ever think to look. See, for years, when geneticists would sequence samples, they'd filter out the human DNA, then the known bacteria, the known viruses, and everything else. All those leftover digital scraps were just tossed out, dismissed as noise or maybe contamination. It was basically biology's junk drawer. Well, someone finally decided to look inside. So instead of just ignoring all that noise, a team at Stanford, led by Ivan Zaludev and the Nobel laureate Andrew Fire, they built some new tools specifically designed to search through it, looking for hidden patterns. They were, in a way, digging through digital trash, hoping to strike gold.
And boy, did they find it. Buried in all that data from human mouth and gut samples, they uncovered nearly 30,000 unique RNA sequences. Now, this wasn't just a couple of weird blips. It was a consistent, repeating signal, a signal that didn't match any known virus or even a viroid. It was something else, something completely new.
So, what do you call this mysterious new thing? They called it the obelisk, and it's a perfect name because of its incredibly strange and really beautiful structure. And that structure, well, that's the whole key to its survival.
At its very core, an obelisk is just a single, tiny little strand of RNA. It's only about 1,000 letters, or nucleotides long. But unlike the messy tangle you usually imagine with RNA, this strand does something amazing. It folds in on itself with perfect symmetry and creates this tiny, rigid rod.
And this shape? This is its secret weapon. See, inside a cell, a loose strand of RNA is a sitting duck. It's a target for enzymes that would just chop it to pieces. But the obelisk protects itself. Imagine you have a long piece of string and you just keep twisting it, tighter and tighter, until it becomes this stiff little stick. That's pretty much what the obelisk does. That rod shape is like a suit of armor, making it incredibly stable and protecting it from getting destroyed.
Okay, but this is where the story goes from just fascinating to absolutely revolutionary. This little armored rod of RNA, it isn't just hiding inside a cell. It's carrying a secret message. It actually contains the blueprints to build something.
Now, to really get why this is such a huge deal, we have to compare obelisks to their closest known relatives, which are called viroids. Viroids are basically naked loops of RNA that you find in plants, and their only job is to get copied. They're just replication parasites, that's it. But obelisks, they're totally different. They contain actual genes, instructions to build proteins, and that is a complete game changer.
Scientists have given these brand new proteins a name, Oblins. And here's the real kicker. Oblins have zero similarity to any other protein ever discovered on Earth. They are completely alien to our understanding of biology. We have absolutely no idea what they do. I mean, some people guess they help keep the obelisk's rod shape stable, but we don't know for sure. The point is this: we found a new biological entity that makes a totally new kind of protein.
All right, so right about now, you're probably picturing some obscure thing found in a rare microbe at the bottom of the ocean or something. But no, the place where they found this entirely new class of life is much, much closer to home.
Obelisks are what we call intracellular, which just means they live inside other cells. And it looks like their main host is a bacterium called Streptococcus sanguinis. And where does this little bacterium live? It's one of the most common microbes found in human dental plaque. Yeah, that white stuff on your teeth.
So just how common are they? Well, when the researchers went back and started analyzing thousands of human microbiome samples from all over the world, the results were just stunning. Obelisks were found in about 7% of gut samples and, as you can see here, in about 50% of all oral samples.
Yeah, just let that sink in for a second. That means, statistically, about half of the people listening to this right now are carrying these mysterious rod-shaped things inside the bacteria on their teeth. They are not rare. They are a fundamental and until now completely invisible part of our own personal ecosystems. So, what does this all mean for the big picture? The discovery of obelisks isn't just about adding a new creature to the catalog of life. It's forcing us to actually rethink the very categories we use to define life in the first place.
I mean, just look at this comparison. They don't fit neatly anywhere.
Viruses, they have a protective protein shell, a capsid. Obelisks don't have that. Plasmids, they're little loops of DNA that trade useful genes between bacteria. Obelisks are RNA, and we have no idea if they're useful or not. They just sit in this really strange gray area. Not quite a virus, not quite a plasmid, but with features of both, while being totally unique.
This has led to some incredible new ideas. The obelisk's weird simplicity. I mean, it's just a self-folding piece of RNA that can also build a protein. It might be like a window into the ancient past. Could obelisks be a kind of living fossil? A snapshot of a super early evolutionary step? Maybe a bridge between the chemicals in the primordial soup and the very first true viruses.
For a century, we thought we had the main players all figured out. But in 2024, we learned that someone else has been at the party this whole time, just hiding in plain sight. They don't seem to kill their host like a virus does. They don't seem to help like a plasmid does. They just exist. Silent little rod-shaped observers in the microscopic world. Which leaves us with the biggest question of all. Are they the ancestors of viruses? Or are they something else entirely? The truth is, right now, we just don't know.